lot of some unique things with this group. I mean, obviously, you see, me, throwing out free crypto to people and this and that. But again, kind of moving back to my experience. I started MT Investment Group about 5 years now, which is essentially it's basically a stock trading group, and we dabble in crypto. But we've had a lot of our success based off technical analysis and charts and that sort of thing. So I want to share a lot of that with this community, and a lot of that for free with this community, and show them how easy, essentially reading charts and technical analysis, can be, even in the meme coin space. It's kind of crazy, but charts are kind of charts when it comes down to it. There's a lot of cool things that we're doing with this coin that I think sets us apart. And I'm excited to kind of see where things go. But at the end of the day, this can't be done by one person. It can't be done by just Brett or just me or just Tyler or Squid. It's really going to take a strong community. And I think we're building that here at the top. So hope you guys agree.
No, most definitely. I like that. That's really awesome.
So.
Yeah, and I can kind of touch on what Colin MT is, what y'all see in the group, was just hitting on. He has a wealth of knowledge when it comes to the stock and the charting and technical analysis space. He has been doing it. I've been watching him from the sidelines. I've participated a little bit along the way, but I've been watching him for years, and watching his group grow and go through the laws of the market and the highs. And
Oh yeah.
he has taken it with stride. He's built a hell of a community, and we're very happy to have him, in our community and learning more about the crypto, the meme space, the crazy trenches as it is. So
Yeah,
there's a lot to
absolutely.
learn from him, guys, for sure. Keep your ears open when he's talking about charts and everything else. He's a great teammate, great team member, and I'll talk a little more about some other things in a moment. But you'll hear him refer to me as Tyler. That's my name. I go by Card. I go by a couple things, but I'm happy to have everybody here, man. And we'll let either Squid or Brett just chip in, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, for
Awesome.
sure.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, yeah, it's nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'll just jump in real quick. I'm still trying to set up a couple things. We have been recording for the past few minutes, but
Sweet. I
yeah,
was gonna ask you.
thanks for everybody being here. And I attest to basically everything that Car or Tyler just said, and they usually call me Squid. My name's Aaron. It's right there too. Either is fine, but yeah, I'll be back in just a second. I'm just trying to fix some stuff here, but you guys keep going. We're recording.
Sweet. Awesome. Brett, you want
Yeah,
to
I
add
think
anything?
the biggest thing here, guys, is the community. It's always been about the community with this coin. Any meme coin, you can get backers that flake in. We've already had a couple people jump in and jump out, but it's like it's the people that support the coin, support the effort behind it. They like the narrative around the positive disclosure, and now that we've added this utility piece through MT Investment Group here, it's one of those things where we're not just a meme coin anymore, and that's kind of helped, or at least get the ball rolling and transcending, just the meme idea, where there's practical use behind it now, and that's a huge part. But at the end of the day, we want to build a solid foundation, a solid community, because also we want to be training and teaching people how to not get rug pulled, how to understand the
Yeah.
basics of stock trading, meme trading, crypto trading. If you have some sort of knowledge, I can't tell you how many people I've seen on Facebook or everywhere, and even in this group, people that are just losing money left, right, and center. And it's like, if we can build a good community of solid people that actually give a shit about one another, you go beyond just being, another fart in the wind. It's one of those things where you are adding so much value, and you're helping people not lose. We want to make a win-win situation here. I don't do anything that's not win-win. I don't believe that anybody should ever have an advantage over anybody else. And a lot of it comes just back down to the basics of education. And that, I mean, shit, you can take
Mhm.
that and take it everywhere around the world. Education is critical, but especially in meme trading and stuff, we've got guys betting their last dollar for rent on pump and dumps, and they lose all their money overnight, and then guess what? Rent comes due and you're not paying, and it's like, well, that's not helpful for anybody. Now the landlord's out of money, now that guy's out of money, and I know that it becomes an addiction too, and there's those things addressing all that. It's kind of like the new age gambling, but beyond that, if we can keep people growing and learning, and get people to be more intelligent in the way that they invest, at least we're also spreading that good within the community too. So that's a huge piece. And again, MT Investment Group has been huge with that. And it's a blessing that we have such a great foundational team at the top now. And everybody that comes in that's helping with raids and everything, and the community in general, we're very grateful for everybody that buys a small bag and wants to be a part of the community and wants to learn, and believes in what we're doing. So yeah, that's what we're all about. So
Yeah. Yeah, no. So that was the dev Brett, if you guys didn't know. And this is MT speaking again. And just to piggyback off what he said about the coin being a utility coin, now I'll kind of just give you like a summary of what that means and what I'm doing with it. So my company, MT Investment Group, is a 6 to 7 figure valued company. And essentially, what I decided was I'm going to use this coin to advertise, to send rewards to members. And I'm coming completely out of pocket with that. So, like, for instance, yesterday, I sent like anywhere from 50 to 100 wallets free alien coin. Well, why did I do that? Well, it gives us more holders, which looks good. It gets people more involved. It shows people that it's a legitimate project. So that's one of the things that I'm going to do with this. Another thing I'm doing with this is I am again sending rewards to people to watch essentially what is a short 10-minute video on what I provide. And one of the tools that I've created through my stock and crypto group is an indicator. It's a buy and sell indicator. So it's very simple. It tells anyone that's looking at it when to buy or sell with those words in the chart. And again, I'll send some examples here in the chat so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. But essentially what I'm going to be doing is people will watch this video, 10-minute video, and then at the end of the video, I'll send them crypto for their time to watch the video. And they can either just walk away, take their crypto, or they can take the crypto and get a free trial of my indicator if they like what they see essentially in this video. And I'm not doing this for no reason. I believe in what I'm building. That's why I'm spending money to show people and get interest in it. So that's what we mean by its utility token. So it doesn't stop there. So yes, my company is the first company to do this, but I'm actually looking to, and I'm in talks with a few different companies right now to get other companies that this would benefit to get involved and use this token to do so. So that's kind of where we're at. We're still in the very beginning stages of bringing anyone else on, but essentially what we're doing is and I've said this before, I've been very straightforward, and that's another thing about this team. We're very straightforward in what we do. Whenever this, it gets under 15K market cap, I'm buying,
Yeah, we buy.
especially when it gets towards that 10K area. I'm buying. So, you know, those are just some of the things that I think set us apart from your average, pump fun or moonshot meme coin. So,
Yeah, I'll jump into because it's one of those things. I set this coin up. I set it up to be about positive disclosure. I'll be open. I believe in aliens. I believe that the government's starting to talk about them, and that's going to happen. And I wanted to capitalize on a positive narrative about aliens versus them just being this super negative entity thing that we all get afraid of and try to fight. You know what I mean? We'd lose that fight 10 times out of 10 anyways. But regardless of that, um, I set this up, and coincidentally, when I did, I built the website, did all that stuff, and thought, okay, let's make something where, like, I don't have crazy technical skills that I can set up something and have team funds and all this other stuff. So I went on pump.fun and I said, okay, this is fair game to anybody, and I bought a small bag, and that was it. And in that day, I advertised, and we found a lot of people, and we bonded that thing. Like in the first 48 hours, we had this token bonded. And then what was happening is we had all these people wanting to shill it and do all this stuff. And I said, hey, this isn't, we shouldn't just go deep with this. Let's actually like regroup here. And you'll see in our chart, we hit over 100K twice, because we pulled it down and then we brought it back up. And then it was like, wait, we should really get organized if we want to take this seriously, if we want to do something with this, and actually have it provide more value than just be like a meme coin. And so it was something where we've got this team together now, and we got rid of the people that were just hype trains and wanting to make a quick buck, because that's not what this is all about. This is
ton
a
of
bit
bugs
more than
too.
that. Yeah, we want to build something that has a little bit of value, lasting value to it. So after we've regrouped, we've only been around more than I'd say this is almost week 2, that we've almost finished 2 weeks now since we launched. I think we're just over a week and a half, but yeah, so in that time, we've built a lot of stuff behind the scenes, and we've been able to regroup here. So now, as we start to grow the coin, again, people that come in now, it's crazy, because it's almost like everybody's looking for non-rugs, good quality teams, everything
Mhm.
behind it, and we've put our money right where our mouth is. We've put our
Yeah,
real money and our
literally.
real time behind this. And so now it's like, you've got a bunch of motivated people, beyond just quick easy money. So this is a really good project to to find a market cap at this price, because it's not going to stay like this, and once it goes up, it will never go back down.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
we yeah, we have our whole system in place now, and so as we get going here, you're gonna start to notice that it's a nice step ladder up to the top now. So I'm grateful to have you all here and have you all even just listening. So thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you.
Anyone have any questions on anything, comments, literally anything? The floor is open.
Well, I'll hop in just really quick, and it's more of a statement than anything. And I really just want to use this moment to praise you guys, because your story is, through the sense of community, and community being, the main priority, it resonates deeply with me, because that's the start of our project. That was it's in the scripture basically of our project, that we're starting this around the sense of community and bringing people together, so that way everybody involved can win. And that's the premise of our project, is making sure that everybody that takes the time and even their money into our project, that they can be sure that we're going to take care of them. And just hearing that there's another team with real life people, running an operation like that,
Yeah.
through the same fundamentals that we're starting our project on, it feels inspiring.
Yeah,
And
no, definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
we appreciate that. That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, no,
That's some
definitely.
cool words to hear after working so hard at all this. That's
And
awesome.
I think that resonates with anybody in this space, and maybe even more so than people like ourselves. Because let's be real, I mean, at least the people here, the our team, at least I can speak for. We've put our hearts and soul into this thing, and we want to see it have success. Whereas you have all these people out there, and the majority of people, they're jumping from rug pull to rug pull to rug pull to rug pull, and they're wondering, what the fuck am I doing wrong? And that's what they're doing wrong. They're not going. They're going after, perceived gains and what looks good and what everyone else is doing, and a lot of that is a facade. But what I've
exactly.
learned, if I've learned anything in this 5 years that I built my stock trading community, it's that if you have that core group of solid people, um, it's hard to beat that, because you can all the crap and all the facade and all the scams, they come and go. But when you have, and I love my community to death. I've had people that have been here for the entire 5 year ride, and why? Because you can't fake this, so. I'm excited, man. I'm pumped. I put a lot of money where my mouth is. I pumped thousands of dollars into this thing, and I will continue to do so because I believe in it. Why? Well, obviously I'm a big part of this, so I'm betting on myself. But again, I know Tyler, I know Squid, I know Brett, I know the team that we're building, I know our plan. So that's where my fucking money is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely. If I can, just sprinkle in one more question, and it's,
For sure.
that's because of the phase that we're in. Um, and this is more, a question that comes from needing advice, I suppose. But our project, we're just kicking off, and with that being said, our community is slim to none essentially. What kind of strategies did you guys take when you guys started from the bottom? When you first opened up your social pages and there was zero followers, zero following, and all that good stuff. What was the journey like, to obtain the community that you guys wanted to gather?
So I
Yeah,
th- I think this is right up Tyler and Squid's alley right here, because this is all them.
Yeah,
Honestly, I feel like.
yeah. No, I mean, so yeah, I get it, right? So it was by happenstance that I personally got involved in the project. And I'll kind of tell you, because how you started and how we started is a little bit different. Um, so I saw Brett make a post on social media, and I just kind of had a sense that, okay, it's not the normal pump and dump moon tomorrow, this crazy shit that somebody's gonna, they're bouncing, they bind, they bounce, it dumps, and you just kind of get a sense of the way people like that talk. And Brett, just the way he
Mhm.
presented the project, it seemed a little different. And then jumped in Telegram, which is always a great tool to kind of get to know the team quickly,
Feel.
and you can pretty much
Hmm.
sense that rug pull vibe, the bullshit,
Yep. Hmm.
um, didn't get that with Brett. We immediately had kind of a private conversation because you have to, when you start a coin, you have to have trusted people on your side because you can't be awake 24/7. You always need some sort of presence around because people think with no presence, you're gone. The dev
Yeah.
left, he's
Exactly.
vacant,
Yep.
everybody's gone. It's bullshit. It's a rug pull.
Yep.
So you,
Yep.
you always need somebody around, but you really just have to pick up the trusted people as you go, read
Yep.
people, talk to them. Like my big thing is trust and honesty. I'm very transparent about who I am. Like I have nothing to hide. And I tell people that even when I see people starting coins, I want people to succeed. I want things not to be rug pulls because I see it every day on Facebook how let's start a community, let's do this, rug pull that. It's
yeah,
every day. There's so many dozens, and I think we've all been affected by it
Hmm.
to different, monetary numbers here. But that's kind of what brought me out looking for a more trusted group. you know. I got lucky with Brett. I've known MT, I've known Colin for a long time, so I wanted to bring him anywhere I go. So thank God he came to us to the crypto world. And then Squid is part of another group that I've been a part of with a guy I've known for 20 plus years. So like you have to have that trusted team, and then you just slowly build one at a time. You're going to have people leave, you're going to have
Yeah.
people, come and go, but it's all about trust. It's all about transparency. If people think you have something to hide, I mean, me personally, if I'm looking at a new coin to invest in and I feel like there's just something missing, something's not clicking, somebody's not being honest, I'm just going to get the hell out of it
Hmm.
because eventually it will dump and
Yeah.
you might be asleep when it happens. So it's all about trust, transparency, honesty, and then just, it's a people game first, like people are the ones creating the coins. So they're the ones investing, they're the ones leaving. So get to know the team, get to know the people, and just kind of, you don't have to do it overnight. And if you do it overnight, it's probably not going to work out.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Which we've experienced a little bit of that, and I think the good projects who do make it, that's just part of the game. That's what happens. You have the farms and the cheaters and all this stuff, that you have to deal with. That's really an inevitable part of the world and the space that we're into, right? But when it comes down to it, if you have that core base to return to, then that foundation. That's what makes a successful project. And again, I'm a little bit newer to the meme coin space here, but a lot of this stuff is very similar to what you see and what makes a successful company in the stock market and stuff like that. So, and it comes down to that foundation. So if we have that core foundation, and we've been again, I mean, I'm in the red on this coin, not substantially or anything, but I'm not at profits, but I've been accumulating this coin. Why? Because I have a greater vision. I have a greater plan for this coin,
100%.
as the team does. So, I know it's smart to accumulate down here at a 12K market cap, stuff like that.
I'm going
Anyway.
to speak on this a little bit too, because, as everything that everyone has said, totally relevant. It's all about relationships first, especially in this space, because it's like none of us can see each other. You can't come to my house and just shake my hand. So everything you do
You can check me
online,
out.
you
I
have
don't
to
know.
present yourself in such a way that you build trust. So
Mhm.
everything from the way you word things
You can
to the
see me.
way, yeah, exactly. See right there,
Yeah.
we got guys showing their faces.
What's going on,
Everything
guys?
from the way you word everything is so critical. And so what I did, I've been very transparent, even with like the dev wallet and what we're all doing. And so it's so critical that those first few people you get in, you build those relationships with. Like me and Card spent some time talking behind the scenes, and then once he brought in Squid, I started chatting with him. And so it's like it's so important to take the time and just even on Facebook before you get onto Telegram, spend some time, connect with some of the people, start like learning about them. Why are you interested in the project? What are you all about? And so we've all had those conversations behind the scenes. Everybody knows what I've been about. Everybody knows I have a background in business. And this wasn't just to try to take it. And that's why I didn't care, honestly, going from 120 market cap on my wallet sitting at $5,000, and I put in $1,000 to get it going. I can pull $5,000 out, but that's not what it's about for me, right? And so once you get in the long-term mindset, and that's the way I do all investments, all of my business, all of my relationships, is all long term. It's the future, because any one of these people can play a bigger game in your life in a totally different way that you don't even think about. And so by building those relationships and taking the time, with people to discover things. You might end up 2 years down the road with one of these guys that get in your crypto, and then all of a sudden you're doing another business on the side. So it's not just about that immediate gain. I don't put myself in shitty financial situations where I'm like, oh my God, I need an extra fucking $500 right now. And if I do, you know what I'm doing? I'm knocking on people's doors and I'm shoveling. That's the type of shit that I do to make sure that my rent is paid. That's the type of shit that I do to make sure I'm always stable. So it's like, again, you're not ever betting more than you can lose. It's the whole game. So it's like I take that approach with everything in my life. My kids always have food on the table. And I tell you, I went into terrible financial fucking shit a couple years ago. And, I had to reorganize my whole business structure. And again, none of it was due to myself, but, you don't know when life's going to hit you. You might go into work tomorrow and you worked at a company for 20 fucking years and they just can you. And then, all of a sudden you're scrambling. So it's like, it doesn't matter if you make yourself resilient, if you build a team that's resilient, if you get in good people and you build real relationships, that's how you win long term. It should never be about what's going to happen tomorrow, what's going to happen next week. It should always be about that fucking long term plan. And that's the way I've taken the approach with this and everything in my life. And that's why, I am able to be transparent. I am able to find good people. And, obviously life does the other part. I believe in wonderful coincidences and things like that. But, the way I started was, I looked at the vision. I wrote something good. I went to a trusted community page on Pump Fun. I instead of just, posting my shit, I contacted the admin right away and I was like, hey, I'd like to publish this, here's what I'm about, and I spent a little bit of money up front and he published it for me and I got good people. And then, I've built those relationships since then. And that's how you do it, man. And then from there, again, don't worry about the day-to-day fluctuations. Don't worry about those little things that are going to go up and down. Don't worry about the snipers that are going to hit you at 100K and 500K and a million. Those things are going to happen. And if you get the right team and you plan for those things, you can plan to eat those dips real fast. You can plan to build your community and do something great. But it all takes work. And it takes giving a shit about other people more than yourself too. And that, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. So that's just advice to add into everybody else's stuff.
And just
I'm in my car waiting for my son at his sports event right now. But
and just real quick, just to piggyback off what you said, long term is also the easiest way to invest money. Yes, day trading is quick. Yes, I do day trading, but if you look at my results on my indicator, day trading is about an 80% win rate. Swing trading is about an 85% win rate. Long term investing is about a 92% win rate. So the long term is easier to get. It's you have to have patience, and a lot of people don't have that. So
Yeah, long term is just always more manageable.
it is. It is. So,
Warren Buffett.
anyone else have any questions? Anything to add?
Well, I just want to say thank you guys for answering my question and bouncing off of my initial statement. It was awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for
Yeah,
doing
good
it,
luck,
man.
Thanks for being here, man. We'll be glad to help you out too anymore.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this often too. We're gonna jump in here at least once or twice a week.
Twice a week.
When we can. And part of this, if one thing I've learned in my journey here in building community in the finance world, it comes down to trust. And how do people trust you? Hearing you, seeing your face, building up that trust. So that's what I'm really going to be pushing. It's not natural for me to do, and I think for like a normal person who's not a narcissist, that's not a normal thing for them to want to do. Yeah, let me jump on camera and do this whole thing, but it's something that I had to learn and get comfortable with because that's just the world we live in. So we're going to be doing a lot of this, a lot more, getting on camera, sharing educational things, that we can share, whether it's charts, whether it's navigating the meme coin space, the crypto space, stuff like that. So
Well,
we're going to be pushing a lot
let me
more of this.
jump in on that too.
Yeah,
The it's one of those things too. Since we are definitely doing this at least once a week, if not twice. And so if you ever have any questions, we're all open books and we all give a shit about other people, regardless if you buy the coin or not. Like this is the thing
yeah,
is we're trying to spread good vibes, community awareness. We're trying to help people that, might not know as much about crypto. We want to make other people succeed too. And so, if you ever do have questions, hop in the chat or, come on to the onto the VCs here and just ask because we'll do our best to help. That any successful person that I know, if you're genuinely looking for help, I, I'd say 9 times out of 10 those people that have made it that I've got very wealthy friends, and not just wealthy friends, very successful friends, and it's like you know anybody that I've seen that gives a shit that has done the hard work to build what they have, they're all willing to give back. And I know every single one of these people on this team is so willing to give back of their experience and their knowledge. And so again, if anybody in the community has any questions, we're always here, because it goes beyond just this for us. But we love helping. So
Hell yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think it's
And
really cool to show
like
people that you can actually do this. That you can that it doesn't have to be bullshit. Um, Once you get immersed in that team and get to know everybody, that not everything. I mean, I know I'm repeating stuff, but that not everything is bullshit because I think a lot of people get discouraged because they get in and they lose 5 times. I've been there. I think all of us have been there. I lose five, ten
definitely.
times in a row, and then and then I find something like this. Me and Tyler Card are part of a Discord together. He just kind of randomly found Brett, like he was saying. He let me know just a few hours later. And MT Colin was already in with us. And it just, I keep calling it a happy accident. Um, but it's cool to be able to show that you can do that. And this won't be the last time that we do that. Alien's the first one.
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, like I said, and the more we do this, I think the more all of us will get comfortable doing this too, So, this is it kind of started the same way on my channel, I was just kind of some guy mumbling to himself, is what it seemed like, but I think a lot of the things again that we have in place, literally giving out our coin, education, teaching people to navigate the crypto space, the meme coin space, teaching people how easy it is to chart, which they can apply and use anywhere, in the stock market, in the crypto space, futures, forex, whatever, a chart essentially. So, giving that education, I think in itself, will set us apart. So,
Most definitely.
Yeah, I agree, obviously, and Colin, when you have a face for radio like us, it takes a little while to get used to the camera, but here we are, in front of a massive audience. It's like, MSG, there's a lot of people, so it's a lot more people than last time. Just try to have fun with
you
it.
know what's funny about that though? Whether you're talking to 20 people or
It doesn't matter.
20,000, you're saying the same fucking thing. You know what
You're
I
saying
mean?
oh, it
it's
is.
true, man. And for me, it was hard to start with, but being in,
Yeah,
which most of these folks don't know, being in the car business, you get put on the money a lot, and you get stuck in front of the class, and they're like, "Hey,
yeah,
show your skills," type shit, and you gotta get used to it real quick, and just who cares, right? At the end of the day, you open the same
right.
door. It doesn't matter. Who cares what other people think about you? If you know you're
Yeah,
doing the right thing, and if you're confident about what you're talking
exactly.
about, who gives a shit?
Exactly.
And one of
Exactly.
my
Absolutely.
favorite saying, at work. I use it all the time. But my thing is, you got to give a shit. And if you don't give a shit, There's no coaching or education or anything like that that's going to help you. If you don't give a shit, it doesn't fucking matter. And I know all these guys on camera right now absolutely give a shit,
Yeah, it's
whether it's helping
3
for
a.m. for me,
free,
so like I wouldn't even
making
care,
money.
you know.
My
Like,
guy
I
over
don't,
here across the world, he's fucking up at 3 a.m., but he's always up, like always helping, while most people in his country are sleeping, and he's hanging out with us, helping us out and doing a lot of the hard work and a lot of the technical work, to put shit together for us. And I just want to thank all these guys, but most importantly, I want to thank everybody that stepped in to watch us tonight. I know this is a little different. We're not
Yeah.
pitching some fucking massive AI project where we're showing you some crazy shit. Like, hey, this is just a group of guys that want to do shit the right way. They want to make some great lifelong friends along the way, which we have.
we have,
And
yeah.
we're glad for y'all to
Absolutely.
join this with
And
us and
that
be a part of
doesn't
it.
change the opportunity. And the last thing I'm going to
And we can
add
still make
to
some money.
at least this part is, dude, we are at a 12K, 13K, 14K, whatever the fuck we're at,
13K.
market cap. Okay. You know, to
And we're
do a
having a
10X
VC.
from here, a 50X, 100X, and higher is not some crazy thing. This is something that happens on a daily basis. Okay. So when is it going to be our turn? I don't know the exact day, but I know if we do what we plan and we're
The
setting
day is
out to
coming.
do, that day will be coming. So
Yeah, throw if you got an extra $100, just throw her in.
I already did.
No shit. True.
Yeah,
True. Well,
that
Brent, when do you
that's
think
one
we
of
might do
the
another one of
things.
these, man, real quick?
What's
That's
that?
one of the things that all these guys do. I don't know if you guys ever watched Dragon's Den, but the best people bet on the team, and this is certainly a good team to bet on. So,
Yeah.
it goes a long way. So,
I'm putting
you
my
know,
money on it. So,
well, that's it. We're all betting our own money on ourselves. So,
but I mean, if you're not going to bet on yourself, and that's what we would like to bring in team members who embody that too, okay? Because
absolutely,
you can just as easily. I mean, there's a lot of things that we need help with, whether it's from making memes, helping with raids, shilling. I mean, there's a ton of different things that you can offer. You just kind of have to be willing to offer that and quote unquote work for your bag. But the least you can do is help with raids, help us shill. When we do those raids, hit that like, hit that bookmark, hit that repost. Right down the line, 1, 2, 3. And it doesn't seem like much, but if we have 1,000 people doing that, it's gonna make a huge difference in where this coin's gonna go. And it
absolutely.
really, it sounds cliche, but it fucking starts with you. You know what I mean? It starts with you. You hear me? So
But you
Alien
got to
wants
think about
you.
it beyond that too. It's like we spend 52 weeks in a row here because again, this isn't like a short-term thing. If we're on a
overnight thing,
VC at
yeah.
least once a if we're on a VC at least once a week, what happens when disclosure types gets going? What happens when Elon starts posting about aliens? What happens when all the
Yeah,
people are going to be jumping
yeah.
in on
Good
projects?
point.
And it's like, you
Good
you get
point.
in early and
Tagging
you're on
Elons.
this team. You build these relationships with people. You're growing these Facebook communities and our Telegram community. It's like as we're kind of going through it, we're just bringing in more people who understand the vision, more team members who are on board with what we're doing, more people that give a shit. And it's like now you have a solid foundation, and then the people that do want to just ride that high, they get in and get out. But it's like you still have the core, and the core is what moves it along. I don't
Exactly.
know if you guys have ever heard the 80-20 rule, but 80% of your business
Yep.
comes from 20% of your people,
Yep.
right? So it's like
Yep.
we have a solid 20% core. We're sending this thing. It doesn't matter, we're sending
Yeah.
this thing, and those other people hop in there, it doesn't matter. We still have the solid foundation, and again, that's what it's all about, is building that solid foundation for the future. And that's why we did regroup and we did start over. and again, we're betting on ourselves. And if anybody wants to hop in the team and work and do some stuff, we're always open to that. We want good people. We want people to learn. And it doesn't matter if you don't feel like you have something to contribute. If you have a little bit of time, we can put you somewhere. So, absolutely.
Yep.
This is
Well said.
long term.
Definitely. Does anyone, I don't know how long you guys are wanting this to run. I got to run here in a little bit. Does anyone have, I mean, unless you guys want to stay longer, does anyone have anything else that they want to add? Comments, questions, criticism would be great. Believe it or not, criticism, I asked for it because that's what helps us grow.
Yeah, we can all handle that.
Feel free to share.
Yeah, turn off your cameras. You guys are ugly.
Is that why you're in? Is that why you're in the dark, Brett?
So here we are.
Well, let's see who else is in here.
Yeah, no, I mean, I definitely I'm really happy I was able to be involved with tonight's meeting.
Yeah, thanks, man.
I got to probably, yeah, of course, man. Thank you guys, but I got to probably roll out myself as well. I'm about to get home.
Yeah, we're heading out too. So we usually keep these things about an hour tops. So
okay, yeah, cool, guys. I don't know how much you guys really dabble into the realm of other communities, but I would love to give you guys the links to the socials that we're building and
sure.
and just check it out.
Yeah.
Shoot me some criticism.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a gazillion
But,
DMs, but send me the info. I mean, since you
but
jumped in, I want to talk about it.
Everything that you see, it's new. Like this is all just now becoming birthed from our brains. But even though there's no substance to what we have, the goal is the same. Our goal is your guys' goal, and it's long term. And we're gonna do the work, and we're gonna do our due diligence and our part to make sure that goal is alive. So to have you guys check out the group and criticize and do exactly what you guys are doing for yourselves, as a request from me to ask you guys to do that, I would really appreciate that.
I'll definitely take a peek.
Yeah, it's just something that we are taking extremely seriously, and the fact that your guys' group runs on the exact same blueprint that ours does. I just don't see anybody better to get their hands on their brain
We gotta bond together, man. And we need to be methodical and thoughtful, and but if we bond together, I mean, you've seen what happens when people bond together and move a coin, whether it's intentional or not. The coin goes to the moon. That's what happens. So,
100%.
being intentional is a little harder, I think, than being unintentional because, it actually takes that action of, people actually decidedly bonding together and saying, okay, we're going to do this. But I think it also could be more powerful than just, blindly saying, oh yeah, it's Trump coin. Let me throw a few bucks in it. You know what I mean? Just because, So, yeah, thanks for joining, man. I'm gonna run, guys. I don't know who's doing the meeting and all that.
Yeah, no, we're all ending here. So
yeah, we're good. We're right at
I've
about
gotta
45
leave
minutes
everybody.
now.
Awesome.
All
right.
Got some good
We
stuff.
gotta get Squid to bed.
Before I branch out of here, where's a good a good place that I can go ahead and
Just
you guys
just
my
DM.
info?
Any of us.
Yeah, just DM me, him,
Yeah, just DM us on Telegram.
Don't DM me because it will get lost.
Right. Yeah. Don't DM Brent.
Yeah,
any of the rest
I'll
of
send
us.
you one anyways just to get you included, but hopefully it well.
Nice to meet you, buddy.
Cool.
Yeah. Thank you,
Awesome,
man.
guys.
I like
it was
your vibe.
super awesome meeting every one of you guys, and I hope to be a regular in all the upcoming. So
Yeah, please
man.
be.
We would love it.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah, shoot me a
All right,
DM,
guys,
man.
have a
I'll be
good
up in
night.
bed.
Thanks a
I'll
lot.
confirm
you
that.
guys have a
Thanks
good
for
night
coming.
too.
Get some rest, boys.
All right.
All right, you guys too.
Have a
Bye-bye.
bet.
Peace out, guys.